Half a day, everyone, and welcome to episode 17, the season finale. I am Rosanna, the ex-woman Claros, and boy, do we have news for you tonight. Tonight, we will be reviewing the fall of 2021 and to also get a look of what's going to be happening in the spring of 2022. For the basketball news, the men's basketball team starts their season on Monday, January 17, along with the women's basketball team to follow the next day, Tuesday, January 18. Both teams are going to be in the 6-team leagues, and that will end in the second week of March. Both teams will also have tryouts in the first week of January. The men's basketball tryouts will be on Monday, January 3rd at 7 p.m. here in the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse, along with the women's basketball tryouts to be the next day, Tuesday, January 4th, 7 p.m. here at the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse as well. The men's basketball league is currently called the Triton Men's Basketball League, and the women's basketball league is currently called the Lady Triton Super League. The league names could be changed with the sponsorships and donations as we go along throughout the semester. For baseball news, the baseball tryouts will be on Saturday, December 4th for both UOG students wishing to play in the spring of 2022 or outside individuals wishing to join UOG to play baseball in the spring of 2022. Baseball tryouts are also for high school students who wish to come to UOG in the fall of 2022 to join UOG and play baseball in 2022 to 2023. If UOG baseball can put together 12 to 15 players this winter, they will be able to play in the next Guam Major League, which should start in February or March of 2022. New UOG coach Rocky Alcantara Jr. states that he already has 10 or so players and are ready to join UOG to play baseball. The women's rugby news, the Lady Tritons will try to play a tournament in early spring of 2022 and then a longer league or tournament later in the semester. The men's soccer news, for men's soccer, they are expected to play in early of 2022. In the overall athletic news, the Triton Athletics expects 5 UOG sports to play in the spring semester of 2022 and expects 7 UOG sports to play in the fall of 2022, to include the return of women's soccer, also the return of women's volleyball on the beach version or the regular 6-person version out on the court. The recreation news. The new fitness hours and classes will be scheduled. The schedules will be out for spring of 2022 and are coming in January, so stay tuned. And there will be no volleyball this semester. The women's volleyball club team will start in March. The men's volleyball club team will also be playing in April. Intramurals were looking to return after the spring break of 2022. President's Cup events will not return for 2022, at least for next year. The Triton rentals and events. The vaccine program is finishing up here at the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse, and they're looking to end around December 14. And UOG is hoping to have an in-person commencement on December 19th in the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse. And now I will go ahead and pass the mic to our athletic director, Doug Palmer, for more of the review of fall of 21. Just kidding, fall of 2021.
Thank you, Rosanna. This was a tough semester as far as trying to get sports and things going, but at least right now, the start of 2022 looks like we will be back playing sports here at UOG. For the fall of 2021, men's basketball had 8 or 9 players out for the team. We think we're going to have all these guys back in 2022 for the spring semester, and we're going to have a tryout for them to hopefully pick up 1 or 2 more players. Women's basketball had a team of 9 or 10 players. We think all of them are coming back, so hopefully we'll have a team of about 10 players to play in the spring. Men's soccer has had a dedicated group of 15 or 16 players all semester, but sorry to say they just haven't been able to play yet. But GFA is planning on playing sometime in the spring of 2022. So hopefully this group of players will be able to show their stuff coming in the spring semester. Women's rugby had a great start. We had 12 players come out, but by the time we got to playing, we ended up with only 7 players. This was the only sport that was able to play during the fall semester. They played one tournament, had 5 matches. We went 0-5, and that sounds bad, but it was actually a good tryout for them to learn how to play the game together. So hopefully when we come and play in the spring semester, they're going to have a little bit more success. Women's soccer, we didn't have enough players to play this year. I just had a good conversation with our coach, Derek Cruz, and he's going to really hit the high schools hard in the spring and try to recruit, 15 to 18 players to come play for UOG next fall, and hopefully we'll have our women's soccer program back in the fall of 22. This is a championship program that we've had, and we really want women's soccer to come back. Baseball, as Rosanna was saying, we're going to have some tryouts and things coming. We did hire a new coach. Roki is a really motivated individual who is really trying to get players already to come to UOG to play, or finding the players that we know are on campus already. So hopefully we're going to have a tryout December 4. Hopefully we break that 12 to 15 number that we really feel like we need to play. And when the Guam Major League starts in the spring, hopefully UOG Tritons will be back for their first time in 15 years to have a baseball season. Also, as we've talked about the last 2 shows, we just had our Hall of Fames. We had a class of 2020 had 7 members. We had a class of 2021 that had 8 members. We're up to 37 members in our Athletic Hall of Fame. But the spring will be a big event for the Hall of Fame again. We're going to put the first team in. The 1977 football team that went 10-0 is going to be put in the Hall of Fame, and this will be the first team that we've ever put in. So we're really excited about that. And hopefully in the future, the fall we'll do individuals, spring we will do teams, and there'll be even more excitement about our Hall of Fame. Recreation did a great job. Kaylin Swingley kept the Triton Fitness Center open the whole semester. Really and truly, it's been open since last February. So they've done a great job keeping it going. Take Care gave us 13 classes that we started out with in the fall semester. We ended up with about 8 or 9 classes after everything kind of worked its way out. So right now we have 8 to 9 fitness classes. Zumba tends to be our most popular class. Yoga's got a steady class going. Actually, the afternoon boxing did really well. Mark had a full class. Strong Nation and Mixed Fit had classes and will continue in 2022. So the classes did well, but some of the classes are full, but a lot of the classes aren't full, and we're waiting for another 3 or 4 people to come. The Triton women's volleyball team just couldn't get it going to play this semester, but we will play in March and April next year. Triton Rentals, the National Guard, and the public health pretty much did vaccines the whole semester, and we're very proud of that. UOG Calvo Fieldhouse has been the main vaccine space on this island for basically the last year and a half. So we've inoculated probably the majority of the island has came through the UOG Calvo Fieldhouse. So we're really proud of that, but we are ready to start playing sports. So the vaccines will probably stop about December 14th, and then we'll start playing sports in January here. But during that, we did have 1 month that we were able to play some sports here. We had the Golden Hoops tournament finished their season here when they were out for a year. They couldn't play, but they came here and finished their tournament. And we had a couple of volleyball teams that practiced here. So we did keep some sports going. Upcoming new events for the spring of 2022, we plan on having 5 sports play. Men's and women's basketball will play here in their leagues. They will go to Anderson to play in a tournament, and then we will see if we'll play any more after that. Women's rugby will play at least once, if not twice, during the semester, and hopefully men's soccer will hit the field as well. Each team will have tryouts in January. These will just be a 1-day tryout. So please look on the UOG Facebook page or the UOG website and find athletics there about when the tryouts will be. Um, I just talked about the 1977 football team that's going to go in. Recreation, we're going to expand hours a little bit. So you're going to probably have another extra hour or two a day to come and use it. We will have the classes going again. And if you want a class, we always joke about hot hula. Someday we may have hot hula here, but we will try to find a couple other classes to do. Um, the Triton club teams will play volleyball. I actually just had a conversation with Swingley a few minutes ago, and if this Golden Hoops tournament wants to come back here in the spring, we may put our first co-ed team together and play in their co-ed league. Triton rentals and events. Hopefully, the high school graduations will return, and hopefully, we'll start having concerts and other events as we go. So it was a good fall. I've really been proud of this show. Rosanna's done a great job. Remember, I started off in my boring manner to start with. Then we hit the sophomore Supremes, and now Rosanna's the one's kind of finishing off for this semester. But hopefully, we'll be back to 2 student hosts come January 6th is when we're going to plan to do it. And hopefully, we'll do some more exciting stuff. And especially, this show was really built to have sports. That's what's supposed to be our main topic. So hopefully, we'll have 2 basketball leagues going by our 3rd show. And we'll have some coaches' interviews, players' interviews, and doing the exciting stuff that we did there that drew a lot of people. So we're coming back in the spring. This show will have its 2nd season, and we're really excited about it. So back to Rosanna.
Alrighty, and that is practically a wrap for all of the news that has been happening for the fall of 2021 and what is to come in the spring of 2022. And I just wanted to say thank you to all of our viewers and most especially to Mr. Palmer and Martin for all of their hard work and dedication to this show because it has been a ride for the rest of the semester. But don't forget, we are coming back to you on January 6th, 2022, and we are going to be so excited, or at least I'm going to be very excited as to what is going to be happening in terms of our sports, who will be joining, and much more events that are going to be coming up throughout the semester. Sizu Usmasi to everybody who is watching. Thank you for all of your support. Don't forget to go ahead and click that button that notifies you for the next episode that is going to come next year. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this show. And what do we always say? Viva UOG!